Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have the ball. I'm sweet like Show them all what I'm made up. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
Hey, everybody.
Right now.
Create that energy. Let's
Baby,
go.
I'm as young
I'm
as the
Kat, and
night.
this is
I wanna
Brenda,
dance right now.
And you are watching
Babes
Babes Unscripted.
Unscripted.
I took my daughter when she was like 6, right? I took her, she's 19 now, but I took her to the Bahamas, and they don't have, like, at that time, my phone, like, I didn't do international because it was expensive. So I went ahead because I in the military, and I learned how to do, like, well, actually it was Army Junior ROTC. I learned land navigation, right? And of course I know how to read a map. So I legit used the map, and I rented a car, and I legit used the map to, like, get from the airport to the place or any other place that I was going to, right? And I was like, man, these kids probably won't be able to do that.
Yeah. Listen,
Right?
I still have a map of New York in my car. God forbid, like the GPS goes down and I don't have cellular network, like even though it's a pretty antiquated map, but at the end of the day, it can still help me figure out where I am and how to get home, right? Like it's a map of, the boroughs plus upstate New York and all of that. And I still have that in my car to this day. It sits in my trunk so that if anything ever happens, I can just whip it out and use it. Right? It's important. That's an important skill.
So I got lost in New York City, but I think I ended up in Buffalo or something. This was years ago because we didn't have GPS, or the GPS were
Buffalo from New York City.
I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Buffalo, New York. I don't know. I was in New York somewhere that said Buffalo, New York. So,
Buffalo is all the way upstate.
well, I was somewhere that said Buffalo City or something, but it was up there, and it was not Manhattan. And I was like, this is not the city. The city's
Brenda,
over.
you are not allowed to be the co-pilot or the
I
driver.
couldn't
You're
do
going
it,
on
girl.
a trip.
That no, I got GPS. We good. I got iPhone. So it's funny because I got an iPhone now. I'm straight. Like, anyways, remember how expensive they used to be, the GPSs?
Yes, I
used to
still have
have-
one of those too.
It's trash.
I don't use it, but I still have it. I should probably sell it on eBay or something. You think somebody would actually buy that for me?
Probably.
To Harmon, I think.
Someone in another country.
Maybe,
I have a Garmin. Someone in another country. Yeah.
Harmon. Why did I say Harmon? Garmin.
No, Garmin. Garmin.
Yeah. I said
Oh,
Harmon.
you said Harmon? Oh, Harmon is that place that you buy beauty products. But
Yeah.
you know what I use in New York? I still use it. The map to going uptown, downtown, because sometimes I still don't remember. Like, what's
For
uptown?
what? With the subway, you mean?
Yeah, I do that. I always take a screenshot of the subway map, and and whenever I go to the city, and I use that.
I mean, I think a lot of New Yorkers still use that, unless you are on a route that you typically take for work or whatever it is. I think that a lot of New Yorkers use the map just to see, like, calculate stops and see where they have to, like, transfer and stuff like that. But now a lot of that is on your phone, so you don't necessarily need the maps in the subways. But I actually
when you don't have Wi-Fi, sometimes the Wi-Fi doesn't reach in the subway, so I always
yeah, that's actually a great tip. Take a screenshot.
I do that all the time.
That's very smart of you, darling.
Thank you.
I just read the map and then just pray that I remember. I'm like, all right, I got to get up at this stop. And
Listen, you know what? I love New York, but sometimes I'll be a little scared. But you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't want to lose my map.
I love New York. No matter where I go, I have decided that I have to have summers in New York, or at some point, my kids have to come to New York to learn how to live here. right? I'm just going to set them free and set them wild and have them like figure it out. Like no matter what, even if I'm like, let's say in Calabasas or some like really rich neighborhood, like they have to have a time where they come to New York and they just figure out life because like I was watching something, I think it was on like Instagram or something like that. And this guy was giving like this survival guide of how to be in New York. And I was laughing because everything that he said was so true. But for us New Yorkers, it's common sense, right? Like it's just common sense things. And you figure it out just by living here. Nobody tells you these things. You just figure it out because of your life experiences. But the fact that this person would have had to say these things as a survival guide to people visiting New York, I thought it was so funny. It
Wow.
toughens you up, I think, and it makes you like super resourceful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
New York and Philly, because I've been in Philly and I'm like, listen, I went to Philly for like, I think it was a concert. I think it was the weekend concert. And when we left the stadium, I didn't go to the bathroom. Yeah, you're laughing already because you already know what's about to happen. My blankety blank drove around everywhere trying to go to the bathroom and no one would let me use the damn bathroom. And I was like, can I use the bathroom? I really gotta pee. Like I'm gonna pee myself. Like seriously. And after you have kids, you can't hold it as much as you used to. And none of them will let me. There was no public bathroom. So I'm like, oh my God. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, even New York, I'm like, they need to have public bathrooms. Like, this is ridiculous. But I understand, like, they don't want to do it because of the squatters and people, the homeless. But still, like, I'm not homeless, but I gotta pee. Like, how do I listen? I'm not even gonna say what I did because I don't want to go to jail. But just imagine what I had to do.
Girl, that is a New Yorker thing too. You pop a fucking squat. If you have a car, you
I ain't
open.
gonna tell you what I did, but I did that because I'm not trying to go. You can get a ticket for that.
Listen, that's why you have a lookout. If you
I
don't know how to
did. I
look out for
did. I had a
yourself,
lookout.
you
I had
have
a
a
lookout.
lookout,
I did.
right? If you're driving, ready? This is the top tip for you guys, right? You open the front door, right, the
Mhm.
driver's door, and you open the the back door, and then
Check.
in between those two doors, that's where you go. So you're covered from the front and you're covered from the back, and you try to park in a place where the front of the car where you're standing, right? So you imagine you're in between those two doors that no one can see you, so you're covered, right? So you find a place, you park, and you open the doors, and then you pretend like you're looking for something on the floor.
I'm
You take,
serious about it too.
girl, listen, it's not a joke.
No, it's true. I would no, listen, your bladder can pop. Like, I don't know if it can, but I felt like it was gonna pop. But I'm like, I had to do it. We went into some parking lot and we did exactly just like that with my sister. She was like, you better piss right here. I was like, okay.
This is unfortunately why New York smells like pee sometimes because of the fact that they won't let us in the bathroom. So we got to do what we got to do.
I think they need to change that. I swear to God, like they need to change that. Whatever, whoever, you know what I mean? Like, don't put any, okay, fine. Don't put toilet paper, like toilet tissue in there. You bring your own toilet paper. But
But no one's bringing their own toilet paper in New York.
well, whatever. But because I know that they will steal the toilet paper. There's gonna an additional cost. But at least let me have some hole and cover to piss.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the alleyways are for too. If you don't have a car, you find a nice little alleyway and you go in there, particularly by a dumpster.
And hopefully a big ass rat doesn't crawl up, bite you in your butt. Because those things are big. I saw a couple of them like wrestling by the trains. I can't.
No, but also, even though a lot of places in New York they say that they won't, you pretty much can't always find a place where somebody will. Right. And there's like a little method, especially if you're a girl, you can probably get away with it more. But sometimes if you buy something, if you go to a store where it's just like a little something, you can buy something and then use the bathroom because usually sometimes that's one of the tricks that you have to be a patron. Um, or if you just really gotta like play on their emotions, you gotta pick the right person. If you're a girl, you try to pick a guy when that might be a little attracted to you. You know what I mean? And you say, please, please, sir, I really have to pee. Guys, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what the tip is for you. You guys just gotta rough it.
Mhm. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's move on. With that, that was a good like sidebar. That was a good tangent we went on.
But it was good.
All right, so here's another question that I have for you. What is something that you learned on our podcast that you implemented in your life?
So I would say not learned, but inspired. So when we had Nurse Jackie on that episode, she coaches clients on high blood pressure, and she just inspired me because I mean I even though I work out, my blood pressure is high, right? Like I my numbers came a little bit high. I mean, not like I need medicine high, but like there was this outlier, right, number. So when we talked, and she, one of the things that she does is like regular exercise, and she on her Instagram, actually, she always exercising, and she posts about it. And then of course nutrition plays a big part and things like that, right? So I was, lately I've been really focused on that, like making sure that I'm eating right, that I'm eating less cholesterol, like things that have cholesterol, like fried foods and things like that. So that inspired me, especially I want to be able to get, as I'm aging, because I'm in my 40s, and then later on in my 50s, I want to make sure that I always keep healthy and I always take care of myself. So that's what I've actually implemented a lot more. And she's really inspired me to do that.
Amazing.
What about you?
Very similar. So there's two things that I learned from Ms. Salty Coffee. So one thing that I learned that I'm still really working on implementing that I haven't quite perfected yet is drinking more water after you have coffee. So she said that she had learned that it takes about 9 cups of water to clear out just 1 cup of coffee. And I love coffee. And especially now in the summertime, I like to go get the nice big iced coffee. So I've been trying to be more cognizant of drinking extra water when I have coffee. So that's one thing that I'm working on. But I also learned from her. I just came back from a cruise, and I was so inspired by her story of losing weight on a cruise. That's like unheard of. And I didn't weigh myself before I went on the cruise or after the cruise, but I did tell myself that I'm going to implement what she did. And so I took the stairs every chance that I got. So um, people were in with my party that I went on the cruise with. They were taking the elevator, and I said, "I'll meet you." So my room was on floor 11, and we would have to go to deck 10 or deck 15 to eat and to play. And I would walk. I would go up and down those stairs, and my legs, they feel brolic right now. They feel so thick, and my butt feels thick too. I'm liking it.
I saw it in the camera, girl. I was like, I see booty.
Before recording, yeah, I remember.
So you know what? That is very effective, because I went on a cruise. I went to Hawaii, and they actually did like a little class, like a health class, to inform everyone, like, listen, you're gonna gain weight. A lot of people gain weight, so stay active. And I'm like, okay. And at that point, I was like really like fit. So I did that. Like, thank God, like the family that I was with, we were all active. So like we would wake up in the morning, and we actually would go to the gym and do like a run or something like that. And they, like you even told me, they have a track. They did have a track as well, but we didn't use a track. We just went to the gym, and then just went ham, just went crazy with it, right? Like really, like lifting weights and making sure that I'm like doing it every day. And of course the excursions too. And I didn't gain any weight, but I didn't lose any either. Like I maintained, and I ate almost whatever I wanted, almost.
Yeah, I ate so much. I ate all the things you could possibly eat. Everything that there was there to eat, I ate it.
It's all
But I
inclusive.
for sure made sure to stay active.
Was it
And
all
yeah, so
inclusive?
I was saying that there was a track, so every lap was I mean 4 laps was a mile, so I made
Yeah.
sure every day to at least get in 1 mile of walking, And then what was really cool about my ship is they had an outdoor workout area where you could just kind of play on these machines. So it wasn't like a technical gym. I mean, they did have a gym, but I didn't go there. But I wanted to be outside. So I thought that that was a really cool feature that you could use these machines. It kind of felt like a kid, like a jungle gym. In fact, some of the kids were like playing on it. They had like a pull-up bar, and all the machines kind of were like using your own body weight. But it was really cool and effective. So I made sure that I did 30 reps of each machine while I was on there. And then I tried to get in the pool every single day. Every single day, I would just get in and I wouldn't stop moving my body. I would just keep on like treading water. And I read that I think it that like half an hour of treading water burns like 400 calories. So I would just stay in the pool for hours, just treading water and listening to the music. And I just hope that at the end of it, it all balanced out.
Yeah, no, I was asking you, did you have an all-inclusive package, like the food and everything?
Yes, the
It's
food is
good.
always included on a
Oh,
cruise, but I
and it's
also
always
had
good,
the
right?
drinking package. So I drank like a fish. I ate. It was so good. I swam like a fish. I drank like a fish. It was good times.
It's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad.
Yes, it was so much fun. Okay, so I think that we can wrap up this episode by reviewing our top 3 episodes. You want to know what they are?
Let's go.
Okay, so the uh the third episode, right? We're gonna kind of do them backwards. So our top 3 episodes. Number 3 was our very first episode, right? So that was the one where
Nice.
we introduced ourselves, right? It was our very first one, and
Mhm.
people got to kind of see the story. I remember when I edited that episode, I included like a whole bunch of things that weren't about the recording. Like I took a screenshot of our text between each other and I recorded a voice note you sent me with that whole fiasco with your laptop going down and all that. So maybe people like that.
I'm thinking like, like it's always good the first episode. And I just remember how much like I can see the change from when we first started to now. Like even myself, like I'm more comfortable and I'm really enjoying the process.
Yes, definitely. I was thinking that too when I was looking at a first episode. I was just like, we have made so much progress.
Yeah,
I love it.
pretty good. Me too.
So our second most watched episode was our third episode, which was it was kind of like a little trilogy that we did, but I guess they really liked the third episode because I wanna assert is that that's where we really started talking about ourselves and our past and what we are experts in and our education and just so I think we got more detailed in who we are and what we're about.
You want to know who the babes are?
Yeah, baby, come be with the
Hate you. You're the babes.
babes. And so then our first episode, so the number 1 most watched episode is, can I get a drum roll please? That was the episode with Miss Salty Coffee.
Coffee. Woo! Yes. She brought her peeps.
Yes. Miss Salty Coffee, she rolls deep, baby. Like she brought it. Her viewers from her podcast really came in and showed her love and supported. And I also think because that was a little trilogy that we did. Actually, I believe we cut that one into 4 episodes. But the first one that we did with her got the most views. And I really think that another piece of it is that um, it was really her backstory. We talked about her poetry contest and the reason behind her poetry contest and how meaningful it was about like really honoring her mother. So I think people might have really resonated with that.
It was, some melancholy, some story, the story behind it. So definitely.
Yeah, it was a good time. I love her.
I love her too. We love
I,
you, Salty Coffee.
we love you, baby. I love all of our guests. I mean, I think that one thing that I could say that I love about our podcast, and I don't know if everybody else's podcast is like this, but so far, everybody on our podcast are people that we have had basically relationships with, but they're also like experts in the field. A lot of other podcasts will interview people who maybe they don't really know, but they want to get some information from, or an expert in a field that they're interested in. But for us, like, we really have developed a lot of relationship with our guests before they even come on. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I think that that's something really cool about us.
Definitely.
All right, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this walk down memory lane with us. I am so super excited because this is the beginning of season 2.
Go season 2, baby.
Yes, so we have a lot of great things coming up for you. I'm really excited about this season, and you're just going to have to keep on watching to see what we got.
Good things happening. Let's go.
Yeah, baby. All right, babes, we love you. We will see you next time. Stay tuned for our next episode.
Yes.
And we will put all of our links in the description below so that you can continue to stay connected with us on social media. If you have been enjoying being with us, babes, please make sure that you like, that you subscribe, and that you comment so that we know what to give you more of.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, guys, we love you. And if you haven't watched before, you have now been...
You have been babed.
You have been babed. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to Babes Unscripted. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode and found it both entertaining and insightful. If you want more unfiltered and unscripted conversations, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when we post new episodes. Remember, life is unscripted, and we're here to embrace every moment of it with you. Until next time, stay unfiltered, stay authentic, and stay fabulous. This is your host, Brenda and Kat, signing off Babes Unscripted. Bye now.